Hey, what's up there, guys? I'm back today doing a quick video regarding 4K Blu-ray. I get asked on occasion, is 4K Blu-ray worth it? And I'm going to cover this in this quick video. Basically, the 4K video format, it's fairly new. There's not an awful lot out on 4K. Well, actually, there's more out on 4K Blu-ray now than there was when I first started buying them. But in some cases, yes, it's worth it. In some cases, no, it's really not. Don't bother. Stay away. Save your money. This is all the 4K Blu-rays I currently own at the moment. I'm not a hardcore collector. I know of people that have got like hundreds, like in the hundreds, should I say, 4K Blu-rays. I'm on a few 4K Blu-ray groups on Facebook, and there's people on there that have a lot more than me, shall we say. Yeah. Basically, depending on the film that you're looking at getting on 4K Blu-ray, 4K can be worth it. For the likes of like Life of Pi, that looks really good on 4K. Not an insanely massive difference from the normal standard 1080p Blu-ray, but it does look really good. The HDR adds some nice colours. Stuff. Suicide Squad, is it worth it? No, it's not. It just doesn't look hardly any different from the normal Blu-ray. And the fact that the extended cut isn't on 4K, that's kind of a piss take. But there you go. Deepwater Horizon. Yes and no. I mean, if you haven't got it and you've got a 4K player, get it on 4K because you get the normal 2D with it. But generally, I don't know. The film's great, but the actual picture quality, I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. The fire and stuff looks really good thanks to the HDR, but it doesn't look massively different. But yeah, if you don't own it, then you might as well pick up the 4K. Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. To be honest with you, I can't really comment on that because I actually just bought the 4K because I didn't own it. And I haven't seen the normal standard 1080p Blu-ray, so I mean that I can't really comment on. Batman vs Superman, yes, I'd say that's worth getting. It has a lot of grain, a lot of film effect on the top of it in certain scenes. There's a bit when they're walking through this museum with Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, and they're talking about sword, and it's very grainy. But other than that, it does look really good in 4K, so I'd recommend picking that one up. The Magnificent Seven. That one's definitely worth picking up on 4K because, especially the Horizon scenes when they're sort of riding across the sort of like the plain of the Wild Wild West, should we say? It looks really good. The sky and everything looks amazing. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Again, if you haven't got it, then you might as well pick it up on 4K. But generally, it's it does look really good. There's certain scenes here and there that look amazing, but it's not like a massive difference. And the thing is, this was actually shot natively in 4K, and it had a 4K DI transfer apparently. So there you go. It doesn't look. It's not that much of a massive difference. Oblivion, yes, I'd say it's probably worth getting. It does look really good in 4K. HDR sort of is very subtle in it. Deadpool, that's worth picking up in 4K. All the detail on his suits and everything, looks amazing. The colours really pop, really good. Recommend that on 4K. Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, that's worth picking up on 4K. That looks very good. It's full screen as well, so it takes up the whole entire space of your TV rather than being the black bars. You got the movie here, you got the black bars there. It takes up the full thing, so that it looks very good. The Martian, it's worth picking up. It looks very good in 4K. I actually first watched that before I had the HDR capable TV, and it does look good. I really like that in 4K, so that's worth picking up. The Revenant, I mean, yes, I'm not going to say any more. Just get that on 4K. It looks amazing. Fast and Furious 6, no, you're probably best off just sticking with the standard 1080p. There is an improvement, but it's not miles and miles above the 1080p. However, Fast and Furious 7, that looks amazing in 4K. That's worth picking up. And that brings us to the last one. Planet Earth 2. Should you pick this up in 4K? Fuck yes, you should. This looks insane in 4K. I think anyone that watches 4K content and 1080p content, you'll agree with me when I say this is the best looking 4K Blu-ray you could ever buy. The only disappointing thing is that the diaries that are featured at the end of the episodes isn't on the 4K disc. This is the American cut on the 4K disc, so there's no David Attenborough in a flying balloon at the beginning either. But that is the best 4K Blu-ray that I own. It looks absolutely amazing, and the program itself is really good as well. Yeah, so overall 4K, like I said, is very dependent on what sort of film you're going to get. Oh, I forgot to mention, Man of Steel. Is that worth getting? Yes. Same as Batman vs Superman. Not a massive difference, but it has its moments, and I definitely think it's an upgrade over the 1080p. But yeah, overall, I think 4K is worth it if you can afford it, because all the discs are about between 20 and 25 quid, in some cases 30 quid. They're going to start bringing these out on Steelbooks as well. I know Fast and Furious 8 is coming out in the UK on Steelbook. I know the Labyrinth, they release a 4K Steelbook, so yes, 4K is worth getting if you've got the money. But if you haven't got the money, then you're not missing out on an awful lot. Don't panic, okay? You're not missing out on an awful lot. By the time it comes around for you getting a 4K setup, these will probably all be a standard 15 quid each. So you're not missing much. Anyhow, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with a new video. I won't leave it as long as I did last time. But as always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.